bass drum Mario Lopez. Everybody put your hands together for Miss Christina Aguilera. Hi, how are you? So nice to see you right here, my dear. Here she is. Christina, it is so great to have you here. Obviously, thousands of people showing up, wanting to show their love.
So much fun.
And we're going to cover all things, all Christina. Of course, we got to talk about The Voice and everybody and everything that's got going on. Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Hit show, it's runaway success. What attracted you to the show?
Well, I think The Voice definitely takes music back to a place and time where you're truly inspired by nothing but the voice. Before music videos, before there were any, internet connections to your favorite artist, and it almost takes it back to a place of Billie Holiday and Nina Simone and real music where it was about the authenticity,
All
and
about
I love
talent.
that.
Yes, exactly.
And we have real talent on
Real
the show.
talent, that's what I'm saying.
I can't even say enough about my team. They're amazing.
What's been the most fun part so far?
The funnest part so far is being a part of, seeing their faces and getting to be a part of somebody's journey and, coaching and the mentoring. I mean, I think this is unlike anything else out there, and that's what inspired me and drew me to be a part of this. And I'm reliving almost, my own career through these people's eyes. So it's really, really fun and refreshing for me.
What about the most challenging?
The most challenging is probably, when you get connected to your teammates and the blood, sweat, and tears that goes through all the rehearsals and the long hours, and then you have to let someone go, and everybody's talented. There's a reason why we all have turned our chairs around and pushed our buttons for the people that we did based solely on their voice, because they're just amazing. They're so talented. There's raw talent there.
Yeah, to make those decisions, I know it's got to be tough.
Yes, it's so hard.
But the show, kicking butt, got picked up for another season.
Yay!
Yes. Gonna have a special Super Bowl episode, which, oh my gosh, that is amazing. Do you have any plans on performing on the show, by the way?
Time will tell, we'll see.
Okay, because I know everybody was asking.
But it's really, really fun, yeah. I mean, it's an exciting way to keep the momentum still going after the big game, and we're gonna have a lot of fun on the show, so just wait till season 2.
How do you like working with your fellow coaches? Have you gotten to the point where you're competitive yet, and you're like, no, I'm not gonna let him come up on me like that?
There's a friendly competition. I mean, boys will be boys, and sometimes, it takes boys a little bit longer to mature up to the girls' level. I'm sorry. It's Team Tina, where I have an all-girl team, and no offense, Mario.
It's okay. I admit you're right.
No, but sometimes it's like being in a boys' locker room, and I'm like, I'm really the only girl up here right now, and I can't believe what I'm hearing. So, sometimes I do feel like the mom of the group that's like, okay, boys, quiet in the classroom, let's get down to business, you know?
Okay. So many people admire your voice. I'm curious, whose voice do you admire?
The classics, as I mentioned before, Billie Holiday, Nina Simone. My all-time favorite singer is Etta James.
I love that.
And yeah, so, I'm just glad to be on a show that promotes real voices and talent.
You mentioned being a mom, and I'm a new dad myself, and I know how it changed me. So how has being a mom changed you?
Patience.
Right?
Yes, it does take patience, and it's a balancing act too. Being a working, parent, it's a juggling act, but it's one that, I knew going into being a mother that I never wanted to stop being me as an artist, and it's something that it's important for my son to see and to witness, the hard work that goes into supporting my family and all that I do to make the life that I do for my son. So it's important for me to inspire him to be a hard worker as well.
Does Max like to sing?
He does. The other day I was putting him to bed, and he looked up at me and he's like, "Mama, will you teach me how to sing?" And I was like, "Oh, it was so cute." I know.
Oh, that's very cool.
It was so cute.
So did you show him? Are you showing him?
Well, every single night, it was during, while I'm singing him to sleep, and I was like, you know what, you already have it right in there, Maxie, because his name is Max, and I was like, all you have to do is just sing out loud, and it'll all come to you, you know what I mean? It'll all come natural.
That's very good.
But he's definitely his mommy's lungs. He can scream. He's like, he really does.
Aguilera in him right there. Does he watch The Voice? Does he have a favorite?
Thank you. Who doesn't? No, but does he have a favorite? He doesn't. It's a little past his bedtime.
Okay.
But, he's very protective of Mama. He's a little like, wait, why is that person shaking Mama's hand? Why is she hugging that person? So, he's 3,
Good
so
son.
he wants Mama to himself.
Being a Latino, of course, I love that you've released songs in Spanish.
Yes, and albums.
And albums, yes, very impressive. was that a conscious effort to stay in touch with your Latin heritage? And
Yes, I mean, I love my Latin heritage. I mean, even in, when I was coming up, people were like, maybe we should, your last name is hard for certain people to pronounce,
Aguilera.
You get a lot of Aguilera sometimes, but I thought it's like, but I was like, no, this is my name, Aguilera. It's, Christina Aguilera. Christina Aguilera.
That was hot.
So,
Say it again like that.
Christina Aguilera.
Nice. Very
So
nice.
yes, actually I do want to do more Spanish music and
cool.
hopefully do another album in Spanish. But it
Yeah.
just takes time to make sure it's right.
Right. And it was so cool to see that you got your star on the Walk of Fame. That must have been so awesome.
Yes.
Surreal that day.
Really fun. Yeah, I know. It was my little wannabe Marilyn moment. My hands on on my star, and it's next to one of my idols, Julie Andrews, very close by, and Greta Garbo, and it's really fun. So yeah, that was a special day. And, coinciding with that night, I had the premiere of Burlesque at Grauman's Chinese Theater, and it was a magical moment.
Most impressive person you've ever met?
I had a great. Oh, actually, she's one of them. Yeah, but impressive just because they've been in the business for so long and they're so amazing. Well, actually, God, there's so many. Mick Jagger, Cher, yes, has to be one of them because of the movie and learning so much from her and Etta as well. I'm sorry.
That's a great star right there. What about the one person that you haven't met that you'd like to meet?
Oh my gosh. That's a really good question.
No, they've met.
Honestly, maybe Bjork. I don't know. I've always kind of been interested in her.
Biggest guilty pleasure on TV? Like a show?
I love Bravo shows.
Oh, the Real Housewives?
Housewives, yes!
What's your favorite Real Housewives franchise?
Oh my God, I honestly, I can't pick a favorite. I watch them all, I really do. It's like, helps me relax. Yeah, there's some good juice on
That's
that.
awesome. What about your favorite cheat meal, like with food? Favorite junk food cheat meal?
When I go to New York is like the pizza and the Italian food has got to be like, oh, it's a downfall.
Awesome.
Hi.
Being such a huge icon and having so many people look up to you, what is the craziest thing someone has done or given you?
Oh, I get really flattered by the tattoos sometimes. When you see people's,
That would trip me out.
The faces on their arms, that's kind of interesting. And sometimes scary. I've had people carve their names in their bodies. I know, maybe that's not extra time TV, but
But that's strange.
but tattoos, it's ink on the body for life, so it's pretty flattering.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm a little bit starstruck right now. But my question for you is, has there ever been anybody that has made you starstruck?
You're so pretty, by the way.
Oh, thank
Kinda
you.
like
So are
have a
you.
little Halle Berry thing.
Aw,
Yes, I get starstruck all the time. Are you kidding? It's so funny too.
Who's the last person you were starstruck by?
tell the story.
I get really kind of starstruck with like sometimes my guilty pleasure Bravo TV people.
You know what? That happened to me
funny
too.
to see them. I'd be like, oh, look at that. That's
Like some reality show people.
Teresa.
Right.
Yeah,
That's
it's
funny.
funny, but anyway, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
I get starstruck a lot, God, I know. When I was at the Golden Globes, I was sitting across from, I was, Johnny Depp was just right there. And he's one person that I have not met yet, and that would be pretty phenomenal to meet him.
That's
There
a
you go.
great
That's
answer.
who I'd like to meet.
Okay.
My question is, which artist would you love to work with?
Which artist? Yeah, it would be fun to hook up with Britney at some point. We've known each other and been in the business for so long. I'm open. I love, Jennifer Hudson. Justin would be fun at some point, maybe. Beyonce's fun. Yes. Great minds think alike. But there's so much great talent out there. It's always fun to collaborate. I'm always open for collaboration. So one of those. I don't know. I keep it open.
Okay.
There you go. Thank you, dear.
Hi, I'm a really big fan of yours, and I just had a question. Is it true that you were inspired by Julie Andrews on The Sound of Your Music?
Yes, absolutely. That was the first moment that I really wanted to sing out. When I saw her twirling, around on the hills, feeling so free and alive when I was 6 years old. That's all I wanted to do too, and sing out. I would, take that soundtrack up to my room to The Sound of Music and just open my window and imagine an audience.
That's great. Love you so much.
Thank you.